So this is Module 4 discussion on the first characteristic of the organizational culture at my place of internship are made up of artifacts. It is a Christian organization, so there are paintings of religious figures and statues, mostly Jesus. I personally find this both challenging but also supportive of the working environment. It's challenging in that it might be off-putting to clients who don't subscribe to the traditional Christian religious values, or those who are atheist, or those who have a very, very different belief system. They might not seek help at this facility because they think they won't be wanted there, or they won't be valued, or they won't be understood. I think that it is supportive of the working environment in a way that is good, because a lot of agencies, you can't really bring religion or spirituality into play, and here I can in my counseling. I can bring the spirit in, and I try to keep it more spiritual than religious, just because I don't want to exclude anyone. But I think that that is actually really supportive of making change, being able to talk about spirituality and what feeds your spirit and what eats away at your spirit, etc. The second characteristic that makes up the organizational culture at this facility, this agency, this organization, is the espoused value of serving the community regardless of race, ethnicity, sexual orientation, religion, or gender identification. They, in the handbook, actually cite the National Association of Social Workers cultural competency literature as being in line with their core values. Like I said, it's a faith-based Christian program, and while I've not seen services denied to those who aren't heterosexual and who aren't cisgender, I have witnessed and heard between staff, paid staff, and interns in my presence, language and attitude about gender identification and sexuality, sexual orientation that is not in line with the social worker values. So that was pretty troubling. I am afraid of what might happen when these people who are new in the career of mental health are faced with a client that is in a same-sex relationship or is transgender or gender fluid. Their attitudes that they expressed were pretty troubling, and it's surprising to me that people in this field can still have such biases and a lack of understanding of these types of minorities and oppressed people. I would say, as far as tribal leadership, the organization is somewhere between stage 2 and stage 3. There have been recent and there are ongoing changes within the organization that sort of make things challenging for the team, but also like leadership is in a flux, so there's not really one or the other that I can tell, and there's not a whole lot of interaction in my experience thus far between interns and the C-level team leaders. We take a role of responsibility, but we're kind of trusted and overseen just by the clinical director and the directors of the facilities that we're at. I am at a therapeutic community of men, and the director of this particular part of the organization is brand new. So it's his second career, and he's very enthusiastic. So I would say that's like a stage 4 or 5, but he's also very charismatic and religious, but he's high energy, so it's hard to say exactly what stage of tribal leadership that the facility is at. So thank you.